Chapter 9. Attention, please. Everybody jumped, but it was only Mr. Crabtree on the PA system. Will the following boys and girls join your parents in front of the office on the first floor? Missy Reed, Joey Marks, Elliot and Andrew Baker, Jillian Anthony, Freddie Adams. Thank you. There were the usual crackles on the PA system, and then we could hear the school secretary whispering, and there's more. Wanda Ruggles and the Quincy boy and Mrs. Walker can't find Robert, and the Linkers can't find Gretchen. It sounded as if most of the first grade was missing somewhere in Woodrow Wilson's school. And if this was true, it was the only interesting thing that had happened all evening. And not just the younger kids, the secretary was saying, Eddie O'Brien too, and Danny Philis and Junior Jacobs. Danny? Junior? They were in our class. There were more crackles and little bits of what other people were saying. The secretary, Mr. Crabtree, parents, left him at the Mystery Swamp, saw him with some ghost, brought her little sister, and now she can't find her. At this, Luella grabbed Howard out of his stroller as if she thought he might just suddenly decide to get up and follow the crowd. Call the police? Here in the school, top to bottom? There was a loud clunk and no more news on the PA system. We all looked at one another. What is this? The curse of the Herdmans? Any place will be safer, Imogene had said, than Woodrow Wilson School tonight. I looked around for Alice to see if she remembered anything else about the conversation. Had Imogene said something that I didn't hear, like, don't bother to do your homework, you won't need it after tonight? But Alice had left, still looking for an outlet, and we could hear all the ornaments clicking and clacking as she went down the hall. The scarecrow was gone too, but he or she, depending on which teacher it was, had probably gone to the office to find out what was happening. I knew it. I knew this would happen. And somehow they knew it would happen. And that's why they're not here. You know what Imogene said? Any place will be safer. And the PA system isn't working, so we don't know who else is missing. So you better hang on to your little brother, Luella. Luella didn't need to be told that. She was holding Howard so tight around his middle that he was all folded over. If he'd had anything to say about it, he would probably rather be missing than be halfway upside down. It was Joanne's idea for us all to stay together. So if we disappeared, I guess we'd have company our own age instead of all the first graders. And naturally, it was Albert's idea for us to hang out near the cider and donuts. But they're all gone, he said. Remember the spring concert? All those refreshments disappeared after Leroy Herdman set off the fire alarm in the middle of Alice Wendlekin's piano solo. Of course, everybody had to vacate the building, and of course, there wasn't any fire, and of course, there weren't any refreshments left when anybody got back. No more piano solo either, though, which was good news for everyone except Alice and her mother. It wasn't unusual for food to disappear when the Herdmans were around, but it would be unusual now for 17 dozen donuts to disappear when they weren't around. So I didn't think Albert had anything to worry about. I didn't think I had anything to worry about either till Howard's stroller got caught on something, and the something turned out to be my mother's slipcover with all its safety pins and eye holes. I remembered what Cecil had said. If something happens and I have to get out of the slipcover in a hurry, can I just leave it there? I must have said yes, because here it was. You must have said yes, Luella echoed. But why would they get out of their costume? I was even supposed to find them and be sure they were still all pinned together. Maybe they saw Albert in his laundry basket and figured he would win the costume prize. Maybe they just got discouraged. Or maybe, like Cecil said, something happened. To them? Normally, I would have said, come on, Luella, what's going to happen to my brother that hasn't happened already? He's been painted green, wallpapered, stuck in a revolving door. Normally, I would have figured that Charlie just fell out of his costume somehow. But I didn't have a chance to say anything because at that very minute, all the lights went out, leaving Woodrow Wilson School as black as the Halloween night outside.